Okay, I'm back, and so now let's talk about how volcanoes can alter the climate. And so, for one thing, we said that climates produce gases. So they produce water gas, and they produce carbon dioxide gas, sulfur dioxide gas. So, and then they also produce ash. So you've got these gases over here, and then you got the ash over here. So the gases are going to be greenhouse gases. So what they do is they trap heat so that light from the sun in the form of ultraviolet light and visible light pass through our atmosphere. It hits the ground, it heats up the ground then gives off infrared light. So you got ultraviolet and visible light coming in. It heats the ground, so it changes the energy from ultraviolet and visible light into infrared, which is heat. The heat then rises, and then if you have a lot of carbon dioxide, a lot of water, a lot of sulfur dioxide, it produces a barrier that keeps the heat from escaping. And so your climate is going to warm up as a result of volcanism. So that's going to be a result of the water, the carbon dioxide, and then the sulfur dioxide given off by the volcano. However, a volcano also gives off ash and other particulate matter. And so what that can do is it blocks visible light and it blocks the ultraviolet light. So it bounces off of that layer and then goes back into outer space. So that means that the climate of the Earth would get cooler. So therefore, a volcano can make the climate get warmer, and it can also make the climate get cooler. So it just depends on the amount of gases that are being emitted versus the amount of particulates that are being emitted. Now, eventually, though, those particulates can be washed out of the clouds. Okay, so water and rain can wash the ash and the other particulate matter out of the atmosphere. So what does that leave you with in the atmosphere? So then that's going to leave you with the carbon dioxide and the water and the sulfur dioxide, and so then the temperature would go back up. However, water mixes with the carbon dioxide, and it can be washed out and accumulate in the oceans and be turned into limestone. And then the water can be mixed with the sulfur dioxide, and it can turn into sulfuric acid, which can be washed out of the atmosphere. So that given enough time, all of those gases, the water gas, the CO2 gas, and the sulfur dioxide gas, can dissipate, and so then the climate returns to what it was before. All right, so a lot of things can happen as a result of the particulates in the atmosphere, and then also as a result of the gases in the atmosphere. So let's do one more segment, and this is going to be on volcanism in our solar system.